Shared housing in Australia used to mean saving money, meeting people, maybe arguing about who forgot to buy toilet paper. Now, for many people, it feels more like a survival reality show, where the price is not losing your sanity. When Mia moved from New Zealand to Sydney, she expected a small room and a few messy housemates. What she didn't expect was 11 people living in one suburban house designed for 4. The living room has been converted into 2 private bedrooms, using thin plywood walls. You could hear everything: conversation, phone alarms, farts, someone chewing cereal at midnight. Mia shared one bathroom with 8 strangers. Not at the same time, of course. The morning routine looked like airport security. People lining up with towels, checking the time, negotiating shower slots like business meetings. But the real problem wasn't noise. It was the landlord. He lived overseas and managed the house through WhatsApp voice messages sent at random hours. When the hot water system broke during winter, tenants waited 9 days for repairs. The landlord suggested they try shorter showers or boil kettles if urgent. By the time hot water returned, 3 tenants had moved out, 1 had stopped paying rent, and Mia was showering at her gym just to survive. And that's the thing about shared housing right now. The problems aren't just awkward, they are extreme and sometimes completely unregulated. Liam thought he found a bargain in Melbourne. Cheap rent, decent location, only 3 housemates. The inspection lasted 4 minutes and he signed immediately because 15 other people were waiting outside. On move-in day, he discovered one small detail that never came up during inspection. One of his housemates believed electricity caused health problems. So every night at exactly 9 p.m, she turned off the entire house power from the fuse box. Wi-Fi gone, lights gone, fridge off, everything. At first, Liam thought it was a joke. It wasn't. She called it digital detox from the household. Negotiations failed. Complaints to the landlord failed. The landlord suggested they try to respect each other's lifestyle choices. Liam started charging his phone at work and buying ice every morning to keep his groceries from spoiling. After 2 months, he moved out, losing his bond because he broke lease early. Priya, an international student in Brisbane, moved into a shared apartment advertised as friendly female household. Technically, it was female, but friendly depending on the day. One tenant treated the apartment like a rotating Airbnb, secretly subletting her room to strangers from time to time. Priya would come home from university and find new people cooking in the kitchen, using her food, sometimes sleeping on the couch. No privacy at all. No space to relax and recover. Then came the fridge war. It started with polite notes asking people not to take food. Within weeks, it escalated into sarcastic messages, labeled containers. The tension got so bad that tenants stopped speaking entirely and communicated through strictly notes stuck around the kitchen, like passive-aggressive artwork. The breaking point came when Priya found one temporary guest sleeping in her actual bedroom after accidentally being given the wrong key by the subletting tenant. Stories like this might sound exaggerated until you realize how common they've become. With rental shortages and rising prices, people accept situations they would have walked away from 5 years ago. And what do you think? Please share in comments. You are also very welcome to support me via PayPal, as my YouTube channel is not monetized at the moment. Across Australia, shared housing is not longer just for students or backpackers. Full-time workers, nurses, traders, office staff, and even people in their 30s and 40s are stuck navigating overcrowded homes. And landlords who treat properties like investments first and homes second. For many tenants, moving house doesn't mean upgrading. It just means choosing a different set of problems. A backpacker named Tom moved in what he thought was a relaxed, creative share house in Melbourne. The ad said the tenants were free-spirited and eco-conscious. Tom imagined houseplants, yoga, maybe someone playing guitar badly on balcony. What he got instead was a weekly house meeting where everyone had to discuss their emotional relationship with electricity. One tenant refused to let anyone use overhead lights because light bulbs interrupt natural energy flow. So at night, they all sat in near darkness, lit by 3 candles and 1 Himalayan salt lamp that apparently controlled house harmony. Tom lasted 4 days before he moved out into a noisy hotel, which he described as the most peaceful place he'd ever lived for a month. If you ever experienced a share house nightmare, I would love to hear. Drop your story in the comments.